In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 immediate signs of a toxic relationship so you can invest your time into creating healthy relationships with healthy men who will treat you like the queen you are. So stay tuned because I'm going to get started in just a moment. Hi, I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women. And on this channel, Attract Great Guys, I reveal insider strategies on how to attract higher quality men so you don't need to waste your time dealing with the toxic ones. And that's what we're going to jump into today. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future trainings. Now let's jump right into it. Number 1, he makes regular withdrawals from your emotional bank account. Withdrawing from an emotional bank account is when we take away from someone's happiness or well-being. We can do that by being critical or not being trustworthy or just not being nice or considerate. Now, making deposits would be being and acting trustworthy, being complimentary, keeping your commitments. It's just making someone feel good. John Gottman has the magic ratio of 5 deposits for every 1 withdrawal. He claims that 5 to 1 is the magic number for happy relationships. Withdrawing from someone's emotional bank account can be subtle, it can be direct. You could be, in the kitchen hanging out with your boyfriend and he looks over and he says, "You think that's clean? That's the quality of cleanliness that matches your standards?" Okay, if that's the who that you are. And that was a pretty direct dig at someone. That is a harsh withdrawal from your emotional bank account. An emotional withdrawal could be making you question your own sanity. If he says to you, "Yeah, I'm going out with my friends tonight," and you ask him where he's going, he says, "Do you need to know exactly where I'm going every second of the day and with who?" In that respect, the guy is kind of gaslighting you a little bit. He's making you seem like you're the crazy one, but making you feel crazy is an emotional withdrawal. If you can start noticing these emotional withdrawals immediately, sooner in a relationship that you're starting to experience these negative or fearful insecurities, there's a really good chance that you're on the path of toxicity. Number 2, dodging difficult discussions. If you're both avoiding addressing the real challenge and working together to solve a problem, it could be a sign that you're dodging a difficult discussion. Some of the most common difficult discussions surround things like sex or money or your own personal desires. So many of my clients come to me and are terrified to ask for what they want. It's scary to vocalize what we want because there's the chance that we might not get it. I had a client who was afraid to tell her boyfriend that he wasn't calling her enough for her. She felt disregarded, like he wasn't thinking of her during the day. But she was too afraid to tell him because she thought she might come off as too needy. I had another client who was concerned with her boyfriend's drinking habits. She felt like he acted differently when he wasn't drinking, but she didn't want to seem too controlling. So when my clients don't address these difficult discussions, they start to obsess in their mind. And they have conversations with me about it, or they talk to their friends. They talk to everyone else except the guy, except the person involved in the situation. Typically because they're terrified of the consequences of losing him. What if he gets upset? What if he judges her? What if we can't get past that point? If you can't have difficult discussions early on in a relationship, it gets harder and harder over time. You're not being honest with each other. And let's be real, a relationship that's not built on honesty is toxic, and it doesn't have much of a chance of survival. It's not going to thrive if you can't address these difficult things in life, which are inevitable in any relationship. Try to ask yourself this question. Future pace a little bit and think of the man that you want to marry. Do you want to be able to talk to him? What kind of relationship do you really deeply want? Do you want someone that you can confide in and be open with? If you can talk to your friends about these things, but not your partner, you're building intimacy with your friends. You're creating solutions with your friends, but you're not actually addressing the most important person in the matter, which is your partner. And if you don't feel comfortable talking with him, that's an immediate sign there may be an issue. Number 3, downplays and discourages your success. Maybe you make more money than your partner, or you've got a string of successes while your partner isn't having as much luck. Is he happy for you? Does he encourage and support your success? Or does he make little subtle comments to cut you down? Or does he avoid talking about your interests or your successes? If you find yourself feeling a little insecure about your own accomplishments and trying to downplay them, that's an immediate sign that there's an issue. This is a subtle red flag if he doesn't really want to discuss your strengths or your wins, if he's not interested in your job or your hobbies. This is all a pretty good indicator that he's not the encouraging partner that you deserve. You shouldn't have to choose between your success and your relationship. Your success should mean the success of the relationship. What would it look like if you had a guy who was supported and viewed you as a teammate, and every time you did well, he viewed that as a win for both of you? Do you want to be afraid to shine, to make more money, to reach your potential, to self-actualize in your personal development? Obviously not. You deserve a man who is constantly supporting you with your strengths. Someone who wants you to succeed, because the more that you win, the more we win. It's a teammate mentality. And that requires finding a guy who's willing to lower his own ego in order to raise the team as a whole. If you find your partner being more self-serving and he doesn't want to devote time to supporting you, then you need to ask yourself what you really want. Because I know that you deserve a man who's going to support you and work towards a healthy teamwork relationship. So if you find yourself in a situation where your man's leaving you feeling worse off than before you interacted with him, or if you don't feel comfortable talking with him about really difficult things, or he's not supporting you while you're winning, these are all instant signs that there's toxicity that needs to be addressed immediately in your relationship. If you want some support in your current relationship or in finding a healthy, thriving relationship, I encourage you to check out my presentation and the offer at the end of this presentation to join my membership inside the Male Mind, so you can learn more strategies to build deep emotional bonds and healthy commitment with high-quality men. Just click the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you over there. Thank you so much.